Um, yeah, what are the most important aspects? I think that having those synchronous sessions, so having some synchronous meetings, and having sort of that like brought the whole team together and allowed us to sort of more freely communicate, because when you're communicating via email or text or like whatever, it is very easy to like lose sort of track of what's going on. You weren't specifically assigned a thing to do, so maybe you'll just do nothing, that kind of thing. Having a project manager and dedicated was completely necessary, and especially for something of this big. But back when I was doing design clinic, which you may have heard was sort of the class at Smith that everybody sort of takes, that's similar. It's like bringing a concept or problem or solution to like an actual fruition, an actual sort of mock real project. I mean, they are real projects. But over a longer period of time, because you have 2 semesters and you're doing this class, and you're only doing it with 4 people and you're doing it in person. But in that, everybody had to cycle through being project manager. Everyone had to cycle through being the person who like made the review slide or something, like made the project like the like report for that week or that sprint. And so having that, even if there's no intentional project manager as a person, having an intentional project management practice is like so key. Really kept people on track together and giving us all kind of a clear idea of like when and how and what needed to happen. Because like I was saying with like earlier or like mid-sprint, there was like this, like, I was like, I can't CAD any components because nobody has picked them. And because we had project management, we were able to sort of push, like, I think otherwise maybe some of the teams would have been waiting until the last second to like choose which component, what system they got. And the project management made sure that those sort of things fit in a timeline that allowed us to have enough time to sort of put everything together afterwards. Then the third thing would be, especially for a team of this size, but like having sort of subsystems to work on. You can't always work synchronously, or like for 30 people, like there was never a time that worked for everybody. So having smaller groups where we were able to split it into like 5 people who could actually find a sort of reasonable time to meet, the next day. It made it easier to sort of communicate and focus on things, and then be able to work remote, like work alone on one aspect. So like splitting things down into sort of discrete chunks.